notes on this track.
And then it should be. So I was told that they're all hot now.
Yeah, no, that sounds right. Yeah, there's me. Hello. You're good without headphones.
Okay.
I'll handle your audio levels here. All right, we're back. This is Superjuice. We just listened to some music from Seesaw. We'll have one more probably in a little bit here, but maybe we just cut it. I don't know yet. We also have Mr. Conrad Klinkhammer in the studio.
Hello, hello.
A longtime friend of the show. You've been on a few times over the last couple of years for various things, but one of them being FMJ, which is a group that you and your wife started for the community for learning, I guess, for Japanese people or people interested in Japanese things.
Yeah,
I'll let you describe it.
Yeah.
You're the guy.
The group is called Fargo Meets Japan, and it's much like the theme in my upcoming show. It's free and open to the public. So what it is people who are interested in Japan or Japanese culture and want to build a community around that. Go ahead, come and join Fargo Meets Japan. You just go to Facebook, and you can find us on there. And the idea is just to bring people together and learn about the real and authentic parts of Japanese culture and society.
Yes, you mentioned radio show or your show.
Yeah.
I know that you're going to start one Tuesday.
Yeah.
And you've done a little bit of training here and there with I'm not sure which show on Monday because there are two shows with Amy there.
Well, so I trained with Amy, and then I also trained with Travis.
Yes. I know he does a lot of shows. Which show specifically?
It was
Which
This
day?
Side of Country.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize how many shows he did until I looked at the schedule one day. Like, wow, okay.
Yeah, he's a busy
It's
guy.
almost every day. That's good though. He does a great show. Really good at training too. He's like one of those old radio professionals, and I've just been here for a long time.
When he was very I was impressed. He stayed even afterwards to like keep showing me stuff. He was a really nice guy. I really appreciated
No,
his help.
he's really good. He's got the radio voice too. I only have it right now because my throat is screwed up from talking too much. Yeah, it was just like it's too much.
Yes.
Yeah,
I've got my show coming up.
What's your show going to be about? It's called the Fargo 5.
The Fargo 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's just shortly put, it's a community community events human interest show. So there's lots of those around the country. I guess it's already a category. I thought it was kind of inventive. My thought or my realization: people always complain there's nothing to do in Fargo.
Mm-hmm.
There's not many established places to go to, so it's not like one hot spot, but there's always so much going on. Like there is so much, aside from Fargo Meets Japan, there are a ton of events which are free and open to the public. And so priority goes to the people who are throwing those. And what I want to do is have them on, and we're going to do 5 segments with these people. So we're going to start with Fargo Famous. We learn all about that person. So it'll be the person putting on the event, or it could just be a random person off the street if I can't find someone running an event that week.
Sure.
So each week I want to have a different person in. We learn all about that person, and then we're going to do Fargo Fun. And so we will be highlighting an event, hopefully one that's free and open to the public. If there's not, we can talk. Next week we're going to be talking about the street fair.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be on my debut show. That's the plan for now. We're going to talk about the street fair. I have somebody who's a vendor there.
Nice.
So the street fair is, in its way, free and open to the public to
Yeah,
go
you can walk around for free, and then if you want food or crafts or goods, then that's on you.
Absolutely. So so we'll be highlighting and talking about the street fair more in the second segment, Fargo Fun. Then we're going to do Fargo Frequently Asked Questions. So Fargo is kind of a famous town. People have a lot of questions about Fargo. I have a list of frequently asked questions about Fargo, and so we will
Where did this list come from? I'm curious.
Oh, that's going to be the fun. That's going to be the fun.
That's good. No,
yes.
I'm playing somewhere in Japan. And I was talking with a friend who's helped me translate my bio for this website because they don't all read English, maybe a little bit. But I was like, okay, how much detail do I need to put? Like, if I put like Midwest United States, do they know? Do they have any idea? He's like, no, not really. So what if I said like the cold center of the the United States? He's just put Fargo. Like they know the name. They might not know like.
What's famous because of the movie?
Yeah, the
So,
movie,
Fargo
the
itself.
show. There was. I don't know if you've heard of Kumiko Treasure Hunter.
Yes. Yes.
I saw that. I have not seen the movie Fargo.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
You've never seen the movie
I
Fargo?
don't know, man. I'm good. Like, I've probably heard the whole script by now. Like people,
Oh.
have you seen it? Oh, that's great.
It's a great movie.
I know it's
The
the Coen
Coen
brothers. I
brothers.
know. They're like Moorhead, right? Like they got the. I think they have the Moorhead cheerleader outfits in that movie, which is like a little weird. But like people are like, oh, it's yeah. They put some weird stuff in there, like just little
Well, I mean,
details from
I
back
mean, just
home.
as far as movies, I mean, do you
Yeah.
watch a lot of movies? Are you much of a movie watcher?
I go to a lot of movies. I don't look at like a lot of the old classics, but like I go to movies pretty constantly. Like I've seen a lot of really bad ones at the theaters.
Yes.
I like movies. I'm not a connoisseur by any means. I'm like, oh, it was fun. I liked it. It's not always a good movie, but
Oh,
like,
I'm a snob. I'm a total movie snob, and for me, the Coen brothers are like they are up there. So everything
they're
that
super
they've
fun.
done,
Of course, I
they're
love the
amazing.
local tie-in. We got a lot off track there.
That's okay.
But yes,
It's entertaining. People like that.
people in Japan at least know about Fargo. Probably they've maybe heard the name, but North Dakota, like I know Shonen Knife does because they've toured through here and they like wrote it in a song. So I actually met them once and asked about it. Like, oh, we drove through, but we didn't play there that time.
Wait, you've met Shonen Knife?
At least Naoko, she was she
Oh
did
my-
an interview with me.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I had to go through Good Caramel's like rap or
Was
whatever.
that for here at KRFF? Or
I have a liner from her. It's in here somewhere. It was
from
at
this Shonen Knife?
yeah, they were at the Amsterdam Bar and Hall in like St. Paul. This was like 2015 or something.
Whoa.
That was the first day I had my hand recorder, and the interview was just trash. I played it once. I never want to play it again. Everything from her sounded great, but then I was like really nervous. I was peeking the microphone out really bad. I held it too close. Yeah, but got a nice liner from it. Yeah. Hello, konnichiwa. This is Naoko from Shonen Knife. And yeah, it was good. It was
Oh
fun.
my goodness.
Yeah. No, I think I asked about one of the coolest things was like, what kind of music are you listening to? What are you inspired by? She's like, I've been listening to a lot of Frankie Valli lately. Like, wow, okay. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, no, I've been around for a long time. I have to go to Minneapolis to see all the cool Japanese bands. There is a baby metal and death clock show coming up in September. Yeah.
In Minneapolis.
I think it might be Amsterdam again.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness! So I'm not
St.
really
Paul.
familiar with Baby Miller. Christopher,
Oh,
who
yes.
I think is our
Yes,
mutual friend.
Mr. Bones. Yes,
He's
I've tried
really
to get him
into
on here. He's a little enigmatic. He doesn't want to come on the radio, which
is wild. Like he
Fair
goes
enough.
and he meets all these people.
a lot
but
of
like
idol,
he's
lot of idol
adult.
music. Yeah.
Yeah.
Subculture idol stuff. What is it? The Hanako, the toilet, something. I can't remember. She's this really weird, kind of weird idol. But yeah, no, he's a really fun guy, and his Japanese is way better than mine.
Yeah.
I'm going to Japan, and it's going to be a lot of leeching on my friends. So I'm just going to be using.
Well, we're gonna get you prepared.
Yeah. So are we going to do
Yeah, we've got the crash course. So if you go
awesome.
if you just go in and search for Fargo Meets Japan, you'll find the page. And our next class coming up, built
emergency
just for you.
Superjuice.
It's called
Japanese.
the crash course. It's called crash course. Nihongo crash course is what it's called.
Awesome.
And so that
I need
looking
it
forward to
badly.
that.
All I know right now that I asked my friend, what's a polite way? Like, just say I need to go to the bathroom. What is a nice, polite, non just asking toilet? What's a way to do that? And he said, sumimasen, toire doko desu ka?
Sure.
That's what he said. I've heard other people say it different ways.
You can
but
say if you don't like saying toire.
I don't care. I'm fine with that.
Okay, because you can say tearai, which means hand wash.
Can I? Okay.
Hand
Like
wash.
washroom.
Yeah, it's like saying washroom. So
Okay.
that could be.
I always learn something. A lot of stuff, like even in college, like nothing ever stuck. But my friend Takeru, he's my good friend I'll be staying with. Every time he tells me something, well, I say every time, he's always like, I told you this. If it's about music or something that I'm really interested in, it just never goes away. So that was one where I'm like trying to.
Sumimasen, toire wa doko desu ka? That's
Oh,
just fine.
is there a wa that I missed?
Oh, well, yeah. You know what? You leave it out. They'll know what you're saying.
Yeah.
They'll follow you.
I-
If you just look at them and say, just real sad, like make puppy dog eyes, and just
Toire?
go, toire?
Yeah.
You'll be all right. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
They'll know what you
I just want to try at least. I know what I look like, and I know that I won't be. I'll stick out a little bit, and
Yeah.
at least most of the parts
Yes,
of Japan I'll be
you
in.
sure will.
But I don't want to be what they expect. Like I want to at least be polite.
Yeah.
If I'm in the store, not just.
Yes.
"Ugh."
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. It's gonna be interesting though, so I do appreciate that. I'll have to just double check what date that is. I'll be there. I just don't remember.
That's so exciting.
Is that 2 weeks from now? Or 2
Oh,
weeks
that's
from-
coming up.
Is that?
You're going the same time Joseph is going, pretty much.
Yeah. It's one of our friends from
Are you,
FMJ.
are
is
you guys
going-
on the same flight?
No. He's leaving
That'd be
earlier.
wild.
I leave
Okay.
I leave from here on the 4th. So if you guys don't know, Japan from Central Time is right now 14 hours ahead. They don't do daylight savings, which makes everything really. It swings between 14 and 15 hours, which makes everything very confusing. But right now it's 14. So whenever daylight savings happens again, I never remember. I just have to.
Wait, and then will it be 14 or will it be 13?
15. I think it's 15.
Oh.
Pretty sure.
I don't know. I forget, and I have family over there.
It might be 13. It's at least right now. Right now it's 14.
Idea.
So
I can't keep it. Remember either. It's tough.
In Japan, it's 14 hours ahead. I'll leave Fargo like 8 a.m. On a Friday. I land there 4 p.m. on a Saturday.
Okay.
That's like including like just 18 hours of random
Their
stuff.
time.
Yes.
Are you getting a direct flight?
No.
Oh,
no.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, how much money do you think I have, man?
Yeah. Well, because that's
a volunteer position.
Because they are 14 hours ahead.
Yeah.
So you would think you would land Sunday.
The other. Oh no, it's it's early morning, like mid afternoon. So it's a fairly it's not too bad. I made sure I didn't have too many. Like there's one stop, and it's like a 1 or 2 hour layover.
That's good.
But it's like 18 hours of travel, and then the 14 hours of whatever time lost.
If you do it quick enough, when you come back, you'll actually arrive before you left.
Not quite.
That's.
I leave at this one has like. I figured on the way home I'm not as worried. I went for the cheaper one. So
yeah.
I got an extra day for like fixing my sleep. So I leave Sunday at 4 or 5 and I come back like 10 p.m. in Fargo. I'm actually flying out of Fargo. Somehow flying out of Fargo is not much different than flying out of Minneapolis. So I figured I'll just deal with it. Yeah, I fly from Fargo to to Chicago, then to I think straight to Haneda. On the way back there's like Seattle, Denver, Fargo, something like that.
Yeah,
it's not
I
too
usually
bad.
end up going out of California, actually, I think. Los Angeles.
Yeah, just somehow I'm not. I don't think I'm touching Los Angeles somehow, which is odd. Like, I would expect the same thing. But I went through like, hey, Google Flights. They didn't like that very much. Like, yeah, the rates might not have stuck. So, like, that's why you're on the phone with us right now.
Oh, boy.
It was annoying. But, hey, I got the flights. I don't really want to say what the price was. It was definitely a lot more than $1,000. Like maybe double that. That's about the range we're looking at.
My in-laws recently came here, and they came direct through to Minneapolis via Delta, and that's the best flight there is. And they went business class.
Okay.
And we're not going to discuss how much they spent on that for a 10-day trip.
I was going.
Flight
cheap.
prices are crazy.
Yeah. I think I talked to someone yesterday about this and said, oh yeah, his folks were visiting. And they did like the most American stuff possible. Yeah. I think I saw Minami at Ribfest, but it was like really far away, and I forgot to like mention her about it later. I was like, oh, it's her mom and Minami. It's at Ribfest.
We went to Ribfest. We went to the rodeo, to the Hawley Rodeo, and then we also went to the lakes. So we went to a Minnesota lake. Like we really had the Midwestern American experience. It was a great time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So you're going to be doing a show once a week.
Yes.
And you're going to be doing a live. We're on Facebook right now. So you're going to be doing a live element as well. It's always live, but a video
the radio's
element.
always live. I guess I'm going to be doing a Facebook Live, but really I'm just doing that so that I can get another camera angle.
Mm-hmm.
What I want to do is rip it together and put it up, and so I want to be on the YouTubes and try to get that going. So because I already have it set up, so it's youtube.com/@Conrad Fargo.
Okay.
All my branding is Conrad Fargo.
Sure.
So like my website, just www.conradfargo.com.
Sure.
My email, conradfargo@gmail.com. The YouTube is, they put an @ in it. So it's youtube.com/@Conrad Fargo, and you'll be able to see all those videos. So I'll be making 5 videos a week because it's 5 5-minute
I was going to
segments.
say, don't put any copyrighted music in there because YouTube will nuke you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's bad. I do my DJ sets and try to post them.
Oh.
Anytime there's like a Sony or a Ghibli track, it's just thermite through my set.
As we were discussing on the back end here, when you're running Facebook Live, the mics are always hot, and so the mic will pick up the monitor that's in this room.
You'll have to probably just turn it down, or
but I don't want to. I want to listen to my music.
Yeah, you'll have to keep an eye on it because you could get a live, like not a takedown.
All they do is mute it.
Yeah.
They mute it. So my Facebook Live, which I will do each time, will probably get muted.
Yeah, they could get deleted too, so just make sure you grab that file right away.
Oh, do they delete it?
I think sometimes.
Oh.
Sometimes I see stuff and it just says like your file was deleted, and I can't figure out where it is. I think it's usually like a live from the radio station.
Should we play something Disney next so that we can test it on this one?
I'm going to be playing some bootlegs here in a minute. So yeah, I remember I thought it was a fairly transformative remix of Rouge no Dengon. I don't know how much you know Kiki's delivery service, but that's the song, and it's like a reggae dub.
That's what you're playing next?
No.
Oh.
I'm just saying that's the one that I had to like mess with. I had to put some filters on it. It's like, come on.
Really?
Man. Yeah, no, Disney doesn't. Well, Disney used to have.
Oh, because Kiki's owned by Disney. I didn't
Disney.
Think of that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it might be G Kids now, but Disney for a while had rights for like the English stuff.
Oh, okay.
It's confusing. I don't understand, but I just know when I get hey, no one in the world can see this video because you have this song in it. Sometimes it's like Japan or Korea get blocked, but then if it's like a Ghibli or like some Sony stuff like Yuki Ochata. It's like one of those two. It's just nope. Either mute it or do something to make it like obfuscated a little bit. Some people do a pitch shift. They reverse them. I'm not going to tell people how to do this kind of stuff, but you can Google it if you guys are curious.
You can get around the robots for now.
Sometimes, yeah. Or
for
even
now.
SoundCloud gets a little weird. Like, oh, if you put 30 seconds of silence at the beginning, sometimes it just ignores it. Yeah. Other times, like I put a Smash Mouth mashup on SoundCloud, no problems. Other people put like something that's I'd say significantly less known. Just no, it's gone. Like you can't post it. At least not without, either doing like a demo or like something weird like a pitch shift or I don't know. Those algorithms, man, they'll get you.
Those robots are getting smarter and smarter and smarter. It's terrifying.
Yeah. So, did you have anything else you wanted to cover? I think we kind of got the basics down.
Yeah, well, I think we only mentioned 3 of the segments.
I'm sorry.
No, so it's 5
We started talking
segments.
about Kumiko Treasure Hunter.
I went
I
off and
derailed
around
it.
because I don't mind talking, but you want to get to music, I'm sure.
No, we're fine. I have the way I handle my radio show is like anything I don't get to this week is going to just be the beginning of next week. So.
Well, okay, so then the 4th segment is Fargo Newsflash.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be literally, I'm just going to go to Google and see what the top news story is, read it and talk about it, because that's interesting, right? That's content.
Yeah.
And then the last segment will be Fargo favorites. And this is one I'm kind of excited to get fleshed out and get it rubber on the roads. Everybody kind of has a different favorite grocery store. Okay. And a favorite restaurant.
That's such a Midwestern.
And a favorite bar. But no, right? Like,
yeah.
But it is Midwestern. Which grocery store do you go to?
Yeah.
Like, which one do you go to?
Is it Family Fare?
You go to you just tell Family Fare.
It's closest to
and
my
that
apartment.
Used to be Sunmart, right?
It's the one on University. So that's the closest one to me. University and 7th.
North Fargo.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that did used to be a Sunmart. And you just go there because it's closest to you.
Pretty much, yeah. The selection's fine. Like if I need something specific, I'll go where I need to go. But typically I'm like, whatever.
Okay.
They got what I need.
Because we recently became Walmart people. We started
not people of Walmart. That's a different story.
No, a little different. And then, what's your favorite restaurant in town?
Man, lately it's been like I think Leela, the Thai house on 25th. I've been going there. Their Masaman curry is it's really good.
Yeah.
That's probably it.
I think I had Thai food for like the first time in my life maybe a year ago.
Really?
Yes. And
there's like 3-4 restaurants in town.
I know. And every time I get it, I love it. So I think I've had it 3 times in the last year, and I keep wanting to go, but I just keep forgetting.
Yeah.
And so, where is this place that you mentioned?
That one's by. Do you know where the guitar shop, the Flatland Guitar, is? It's in that little. What is it? I don't know the address. It's right next to Flatland where Himalayan Yak was. There's actually a new restaurant popping up in that location. I think it's the same people that own
Yuki Hana's coming
the
back.
Yuki Hana owners. It didn't say Yuki Hana. It said like previously Yuki Hana.
I think it's Soho something.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that. I went there. I have when the mics are dead, I'll tell you a story about something really dumb I said back. We were begging for money for a Korea night, like a gift card or something, and I made a typical Midwestern mistake. It's not something. I'll glance at it. At least it's funny, but it's like I don't. It came up again last week when I was visiting friends in Minneapolis. Like, you remember when? Because they were talking about that.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I remember that Yuki Hana. They're coming back. Yeah, I heard about it. Somehow people in Minneapolis know about it too, because they just I don't know, small community I guess of Korean people around here. But
you want to talk about making a fool of yourself? I remember one time I was out with. This is when I was a manager and I had a bunch of employees and over at IMS, and we went out for sushi, and they had their soy sauce in a La Choy bottle, and I got all snooty about it, and I was like, do you have better soy sauce? I just can't be eating this La Choy soy sauce. I need something, something authentic like Kikkoman, which is much better, right? And they went to the back, and they came out with this big thing of Kikkoman and said, actually, it is Kikkoman that's in here. So I thought it tasted like La Choy.
You were just going off the label.
I was going off the label. It tasted fine because it was Kikkoman. I was totally wrong. I will never live down that embarrassment.
Yeah.
I totally lost all credibility about anything Japan or Japanese in front of my employees. And just as a manager in general, they never, I don't think ever forgave me.
I'll at least glance at mine. I assumed that the guy I was talking to had a Korean name. His name was like Jim or something. And it was just... oh boy, I put my foot in my mouth real fast.
You just mispronounced. You just pronounced it like really
I was just like, oh yeah, you introduced himself as Jim, and then I was like, oh yeah, you gotta. Most people I'd meet, they'd have a Korean name too.
Yes.
He's like, no, dude, I'm from like L.A.
Yeah. He's like,
Yeah, that was yep.
it's embarrassing.
Yeah, you humble yourself real fast.
Yes.
I won't say I've never done that again, but I usually do it with a. I know I'm asking the dumb question. I acknowledge it. Like I think I met a guy in college. I hung out with a lot of international kids. This guy's name is Elvis. He doesn't look like what you would expect an Elvis to look like.
Yeah.
He's from like Nigeria or something.
Yeah.
So instead of asking the stupid question, because I know he gets it all the time, it's like people ask you dumb questions about that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at least
get meta about it.
I've learned my lesson,
Yeah.
and I still had a fun conversation with the guy because his name's Elvis, which is just
That's a
not
cool name.
not typical.
Cool name.
It was something like Elton, Elvis, something like a famous, musician or something. Yeah. So I'm excited to learn more about your show. Like as
Yeah.
you're doing it,
Yeah,
it's going to be
yeah.
once a week. What time
It's
again?
11 o'clock.
11 to
11 o'clock
noon.
on Tuesday. Yep, 11 to noon. So we got the lunch hour rush there.
Yeah. I remember when I used to do a 1 hour show. It's a lot easier than 2 hours.
Yeah.
Somehow doing 2 hour shows is like more than double the work. I don't know how it works out,
It
but
sounds like a long
mostly
long
I
time
just
to be.
let the music play and then I talk too much in between, but it's still fun.
People like the talking.
What kind of music are you going to be playing? It's pretty eclectic, right?
It's all my taste.
Sure.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. I've got some Tame Impala and some Unknown Mortal Orchestra, some Beatles. It's nothing. I showed it to my friend Jeff, and he said, "Looks like something you'd see on NPR," which I was a little offended by. I think my music taste is a little more sophisticated, but I guess nothing too challenging, at least in this opening one.
Yeah. Just it'll go fine. That's the worst thing. Like, run the music. That's usually like
Yes.
something happens or something weird. Just let the music roll.
Yeah, we'll just figure this out and play some music.
Yeah, I think you've run the board a little bit, right?
I've been shown how to
Okay.
run the board a couple
Maybe,
times. I've seen it.
I have a really weird setup here. I'm not going to put this. This is.
We'll wing it. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. I was like, maybe he can come over and do the
If
stuff. I'm
everything
standing
falls
here right
apart,
now.
Have just turn on Fred. That much I know.
Yeah. We
how
have
to do
Fred, the automator. It's our service for like overnight stuff, just when people aren't in here.
So if the whole thing just like burns down, I'll just turn on Fred and
I will
start
say
crying in
we
the
have
corner.
more live radio than most radio stations because most of them they do pre-recorded stuff and they make
Yeah.
it sound live.
Yes.
Now maybe like a few hours of live stuff a day, but most of it's just pre-recorded by some guy in Texas or something.
It's true.
So the local people differently, but still a lot of pre-recorded stuff. But yeah, here most of the people are live. People that are you can usually tell. Yeah. So anything else before
That's everything.
before I hop
Let's
into
get to your
music here?
awesome music.
So we have, I wouldn't say we're buddies, but I've been chatting with this guy, Bass Microbe. He is a kind of an old school, I'd say I say old school, 10 years ago and maybe around that era. He's been doing a thing called not Anti-Commune. Anti-Commune's the album. It's Commune 310. They do a lot of mostly free stuff. If it's a bootleg, like anime bootleg, you can't really sell it. But they have some other stuff that's original, which you can buy. It's just Commune 310, COMMUNE 310.bandcamp.com. You can get a bunch of nice stuff there for free. 3 albums they released at the same time. It's like Prince, right? He did a 3-album drop at once, and it's just
wow.
his label hated it. I talked about this last week, so I repeat myself a lot. But
For a bunch of reasons, I could imagine.
yeah. But this was they do whatever they want. They're a net label. They literally just living off the grid. We're going to play 6 songs. I think we'll cut it up into two stops here. But we're going to have some music from Musicarius, Sabito, and the Dig account to start off here. And if you want to get this, I think I'll post a link on Facebook there. So find me online. It's facebook.com/The Russian Predicament. And I'm on Twitter as well as Superjuice2PT1. This is Jump In. All right. I kind of lost track of time there.
No,
I think we talked for almost 30 minutes. Let's see
20
how long
20 minutes.
20 you were counting?
Well, because I was recording.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm using the wrong mouse.
I hope I didn't bomb your show.
I don't care.
Okay, cool. I'm glad to have the content.
I think they can hear me. Thanks for tuning in if you were watching.
Supposing it's still a hot mic. Yeah. Oh.